The following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah!
Go Cowboys!
This is Talkin Cowboys. Streaming live from the Dallas Cowboys World Headquarters at the Star in Frisco.
C.D. Lamb, touchdown. End zone, Jake Ferguson.
Prescott keeps it, and he bangs it in for the touchdown.
And now your hosts, Isaiah Stanback, Patrik Walker, Josh Rodriguez, and Kyle Youmans.
Go! Go! Dallas Cowboys!
Oh, this one was sweet. Not only was it a come-from-behind victory, not only was it a divisional win, not only was it the Philadelphia Eagles, but it was a day where the Cowboys keep their season's hopes alive. They take down the Philadelphia Eagles 24-21, the final on Sunday afternoon. Woo! Welcome into Talkin Cowboys, everybody. Woo! Presented by Black Rifle Coffee Company, live from the Star in Frisco, Texas, and the SWBC
Studios.
We got the whole cast and crew ready for you to rock today with Patrik Walker, Josh Rodriguez,
Hi,
Isaiah Stanback, Chris Beam in the back. I'm Kyle Youmans. So glad you're with us. And as you can tell, the voice is a little raspy.
Because you're getting after it.
A little, yeah.
It's like Tone Loc.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. He was getting after it. From Bebe's Kids.
I don't
They don't know about Baby's Kids.
Yeah, I don't know that one.
Come on, man.
Sorry.
Classic.
I don't get that one.
Good.
But a little bit raspy because my goodness, what a game it was.
Woo!
And it was every roller coaster of emotion. It was frustration followed by hope. Then it was followed by elation and then frustration again. And then what the hell is going on in the fourth quarter? And then all of a sudden you get an opportunity. And when you needed it most, the defense of the Dallas Cowboys comes through.
Say it again.
The defense
Ooh! They
of the
came.
Dallas Cowboys came through. They get it done. And they end up winning 24-21.
Kyle?
Largest comeback since 2014 for the Cowboys. So sweet. 21 points down. It was 24
Wait,
unanswered.
Can you say it again?
Largest since 2020 or 2014.
Against who?
It was against the Rams.
No, this one.
This one was against the Eagles.
Okay, those guys.
Oh, we played the
The
Eagles.
Philadelphia Eagles.
Oh, those
you mean
guys.
those defending
Just another
Super
week,
Bowl
honestly.
champions.
But it was the Raiders, right?
The week before, yeah.
You beat the Raiders? No, yeah, everybody calm down.
I mean,
'cause it's not like you beat the number one team in the conference. Oh, what you did? Oh, it's not like they were the defending champs. Oh, yeah, they were. Oh, it's not like they had all of their healthy, most powerful weapons on the field on both sides.
But they did.
Both sides. Oh, and they had a new.
You didn't get some get back from week one, did you?
Oh, wait, so
They also
So I'm gonna put this right here. You know what? The hell with that. Listen here. When it's Victory Monday after defeating the Philadelphia Eagles, and on top of that, like Hal said, we lost 6 years of our lives over the course of those 60 minutes, but we are alive this morning.
I was unbothered.
I was
unbothered.
Oh no. Okay.
I'm bothered.
They did.
Isaiah is very much unbothered during the game.
The Cowboys did everything
I'll
they could to
contend
give that ball away.
I'll contend it. There were two people in the press box that got a little side note on needing to just chill out a little bit. And both of them are sitting to my right and to my left. Both of them needed to chill a little bit.
What did I do?
It wasn't anything bad, but it was just the excitement of the game. And even I had to bite my tongue a couple times.
What did I do?
And I'm sitting there biting my fist, trying to.
I'm not
quiet.
biting anything.
Yeah, you didn't.
There was somebody that was in the press box behind me, and she was losing her mind. I said, it was 21-0 at the time. She was like, what is going on? I said, they're going to win. She said, what? I said, they're going to win. As long as they score before the half, they're going to win.
And they did.
You know,
They did.
what's funny in
So
the
that's
press
why
box-
Isaiah was up in arms, is because he had a prediction he was cheering for.
Right.
I was chill.
What's funny though is when you're watching the game and you're close to Isaiah and then BC Barry Church, and it's not going well for the Cowboys. They're still chopping it up, having a good time. It's like watching Statler and Waldorf from the Muppets. There's old men like, they're terrible. Like, and it's so frustrating when, as a fan, I'm sitting like right next to Isaiah and he's smiling. I'm just like, I hate you.
What did I walk by and tell you?
We're about to get a turnover?
Yeah.
Yeah. And a few plays later, that came true. And there's a lot to be said about this game, lots of feelings, lots of things that I can share. But why does anybody want to hear from me? I think of anybody.
Josh Radamas.
No. I think of anybody, we might want to hear from 3-time Super Bowl champion, Hall of Famer.
Oh, no.
Michael Irvin. Beam, hit me.
We want that ass! BTN!
What's the insurance policy for flipping over the sleeve?
Yeah, man, for real.
I thought you were going to talk about hearing from the other potential Hall of Famer.
No, I think it was no one better said than Michael Irvin in that moment.
That's awesome.
I love how there was just no actual word until we whooped that ass.
Hold on, and not to be lost in the mix, the classic Michael Irvin gif. Oh, give me my audio. Where's my audio? Oh, I got it. Yes, indeed.
Oh, good
That's
old
awesome.
Mike. We love ourselves some Miker.
No, but
I retweeted that.
awesome.
I was like, that's my humble response after winning a football game is simply
just
first off, where are the Eagles fans that were in the chat? Are they awake? 'Cause
Nah,
I don't see them checking in.
we had the receipts.
I don't see them
yesterday.
checking in. Oh, we'll get with you in a second. Man, I'm not going to sit here and even pretend. I never pretend. But Isaiah, Kyle, Josh knows over the first quarter and 3 quarters the game, 1 3/4. I wasn't okay. I wasn't okay.
Bubble guts.
Yeah, no, it wasn't even bubble guts. It was just I was pissed.
Oh.
It wasn't nervous, upset. It was just like, what the hell am I witnessing? What
Controller
are we
has
doing?
lost connection.
Why are you not getting up for this game like you should be getting up for this game? You did everything you could to give this game away.
Yep.
The interception in the end zone without real pressure in his face, threw off the back foot. What's that? Kevontae Turpin, turf monster? Whew. And the list goes on. And then the drops from CD, and the list goes on. And then it happened. And then it happened. The George happened. What was that? Who scored that touchdown right before the
Jorge?
Oh, okay. That lit a fire going into the half. And then I don't know if Schottenheimer used Jordan's magic spray from Space Jam, right? I don't know, but they came out and that defense.
Before you get too far, Jorge definitely got the touchdown before the half.
Yeah.
But kudos to the competitive nature of one Kevontae Turpin.
Yes.
Because real competitors,
Chunk play.
when they make a big mistake and they hurt their team, they are so adamant and irate. They're irate and they're adamant about making a play to make up for that.
Yes.
Right? Like you are like hoping and praying for an opportunity to touch the ball so that you can make up for the mistake that you had. People who aren't competitors are like, whatever, stuff happens. He wanted the ball.
Yeah.
Right? There's multiple times he touched the ball, but he made a big time play on a broken play to put the ball in position for Georgia to be able to score.
Yes, indeed.
That was an excellent play by him, and Beam and I were just talking about this before the show. It's like Kevontae Turpin, at least this year, has been sort of a boom or bust player.
Yes.
Because you had that. You had the fumble. You had that amazing catch to put them back into the game, but you also had another drop that almost fell into the arms of Zach Bond. So
Consistency.
it's consistency there, but for him to put you in that position to get that score right before half, that's a big reason why you won this
But
game.
you know what? what? To that point, you saw so much resiliency across the board from so many players. Not just resiliency within this game. Kevontae Turpin, he has the fumble, then he makes the chunk play over the middle, and he rattles that off for almost 50 yards. CeeDee Lamb with all the drops, but then when they absolutely had to have it on the free play deep to the right side, what an incredible catch. Sam Williams, he's a guy who definitely needed to show something at some point this season. Guns him down from behind, punches out the ball. Cowboys recover, and then you have guys who were looking to prove themselves. Elijah Clark.
That rep from Elijah Clark on special teams might be my favorite individual effort I may have ever seen during my
Every special teams coach needs to copy that play and forever teach that. Exactly what that was. Isaiah, I need you to speak to this.
Believable.
If anybody had questions about players that don't necessarily get in the game on offense or defense and why are guys on the team, that is literally the definition of a special teams player. You wonder why guys are on rosters for a number of years and you don't see them show up on the stat line. That right there is the reason why. The guys like that are all across this league that go out there and just give 100% effort, balls to the wall. You can't put this dude in the ground. Oh, yeah, he did put him in the ground. He got up. Oh, you put him in the ground again. Oh, he got up. Oh, and then he said, went up there, I'm going to keep playing, get back to my lane assignments, and then somebody's got to pay. Since I got shoved down a couple times, somebody's got to pay for this. So let me go ahead and take my analog stick and go and hit somebody real quick and go ahead and force them fumble.
Shook the game.
Listen, the effort that he exuded on that is literally indicative of the heart of everybody who's fighting to be on a roster. Yep. And that's why he's on this roster.
And to that point, what we've talked about before in the Mike McCarthy era, where it's like you get down like that, 21 points, more often than not, I want to say almost every single time you're down.
Bay.
Yeah, every single time you're down that much, those Cowboys did not find a way to claw back into the game.
Sure. It's a culture. It's a culture change.
It's a culture change
100%.
with Brian Schottenheimer where they did not stop. Yeah. Granted, they didn't stop shooting themselves in the foot. Yeah. They did it a lot less in the fourth quarter.
They found a way to overcome
it. And they found a way.
I'm going to, and I mean,
that's a culture change.
Both sides of the ball, coaching-wise, there were plays where it's just like, you can't do that. Right, there were some plays that Eberflus ran, where like the touchdown where Donald was assigned to the flat and kind of left Bland, butt booty naked on the back end for AJ to get inside with no safety protection. And what are we doing there? However, also true that, man, from that point forward, he called a hell of a game because from that point, for the most part, you saw punt, force fumble and take away, punt, force fumble. I was like, oh my. And then on the offensive side of the ball, Shotty, I really need you to stop running the ball with your wide receivers. Just stop doing that, please. But once he stopped doing that, it shouts out to Javonte because he just continues to churn forward. And shouts out to the offensive line for the Dallas Cowboys. Jalen Carter played yesterday, right? You sure? Okay. Jordan Davis played yesterday, right?
Yep.
You sure? Jalen Phillips played yesterday, right?
They played one half.
Did?
Yeah, they played one half.
Barely?
Yeah, they played one half.
I'll give you that.
There were a couple times.
I'll give you that. Well, yeah, like
Cooper had a rough. Cooper got a rough. He had a rough day.
And Carter had one of Carter's pressures was unblocked when he early in the game when he chased. He was unblocked. But
Javonte Williams in pass protection.
Man,
my goodness.
One time he got blown.
He got
one time. Nakobe Dean
2 times.
I think.
I saw one was egregious.
That's fair because
that led to a
I'm
sack.
not done watching the film,
he
so
made
maybe
up the sack.
Yeah, absolutely.
But other than that, I thought.
But at the same time, that
Williams.
touchdown to Brevin Spann-Ford. He picked that up. There was another chunk play where he picked up the blitzer in the backfield. So
you can't just blaze by the fact that Brevin Spann-Ford could have easily tumbled and rumbled and fell over.
No, he kept his feet.
Not to. He kept
like Dak said, he kept his feet.
Yeah.
He kept his feet.
The fact that he was able to recover after stumbling
I would have blew
twice.
up both ACLs trying to stay up. I at least would have thought about doing a front roll. This dude said, nope, I'm staying on my feet.
I'm getting my first touchdown.
This is my moment.
these young guys that have proven themselves, like Elijah Clark on defense and Brevin Spann-Ford on offense, and I said it in real time, so this is not hindsight, but in real time, that deep pass on the wheel route to school, and I was like, why is that not Brev? They even tweeted that. I guess they heard me because they gave me my Brev touchdown. At the end, they clamped on defense, and there's so much to talk about, and we'll talk about all of it. Offense, yes. George Pickens, yes, but this defense, man.
So the biggest thing about
Malik Davis,
what?
He was fine. He had a good game.
What about?
Hold on.
It's a lot of whatabouts in this game. I love that.
And that's the thing is I don't want to just scatterbrain all of this because it's a hard game to break down. I want to kind of attack this as we go along.
Get us focused, Kyle Youmans.
I'm reining it back in here. When it comes to the defense, if you really look at it, Philadelphia over the course of the game, first half and second half, so even when it was 21-0, the only 3 scores from Philadelphia came off of major Dallas mistakes.
Correct.
Major. The first one, 4th down and 3 from the 50-yard line on the opening drive of the game. First off, what are we doing to get 4th down and 3 and just to give the football back to the reigning Super Bowl champions after the opening?
You're just, shooting yourself in the foot.
You're considering, or you're waving the white flag at that point. They go down.
And you're saying that you're desperate as well. You're
Absolutely.
pushing.
You're saying we don't trust our defense to get a stop. We need points here. If we cross midfield, there needs to be points. So first off, there's the first one. 4th down and 3 turns into a touchdown, 7-0 Philadelphia. Second drive for Philadelphia, you get a stop. Great play by Kalen Carson on the boundary.
Absolutely.
Awesome play to take down, was it Barkley at that point? I believe it was Barkley.
It was Barkley.
You take him down an open field
tackle.
on a 3rd down and long. You make the tackle. You force the punt. Then Maris Leofau gets the roughing the punter, which I will contend, I think he tipped the football, and it should not have been a penalty.
Correct.
He didn't tip it.
Flanoy tipped it, but the tip ball, whatever it ends up being. I think it probably should not have been a penalty. However,
they admitted
it was still a big thing. Did they?
The league said that they shouldn't have been a penalty, and that they're blaming the network. They're saying Fox didn't get the replay footage to them fast enough. Literally,
they're saying the Cowboys could have challenged
I'm
that.
not making this up. The NFL is basically throwing Fox under the bus and saying it could have been overturned, but
didn't get it quick enough.
No, didn't get it quick enough.
But anyways, 15-yard penalty. Drive continues. It ends up in a touchdown. 14-0. Philadelphia. Then the Kevontae Turpin fumble that gives Philadelphia a short field. Even then, penalties and a big play by the defense, push them back a little bit, and they have to go back down the field, have the big completion to Devontae Smith, and then it ends up in a touchdown with the tush push to put it up 21-0. So the 21 points that were spotted for Philadelphia to start the football game came off of major mistakes. So if you really look at it, anytime the defense was given a clean slate against the Philadelphia offense, check that box.
Yep.
It was really impressive what they were able to do on the defensive side of the ball. And was it perfect? No. Was it spotless? And now, like you did with your paper, hold it up and say, is it now going to imply that the Cowboys have a Super Bowl championship caliber defense? No. But it is the second straight game where you've seen significant improvement. And this time it was against a formidable opponent. Offense that was struggling. We were talking about that too. But still something that you got to keep in mind moving forward.
And that last thing you said is one of the most important things, because after last week's game, which was the debut of Quentin Williams and those guys on defense that go out and they have just a monster day. And so many fans, rightfully so, they're like, okay, well, it's positive, it's trending, but it's just the Raiders. I agree. Both things are true.
Yep.
You can't say that this week.
We said that on this show a few weeks ago. It's like if we go in and beat the Raiders, okay, sure. But if you go in and beat the Raiders and the Eagles, then you actually have some momentum going.
Yep.
Like you beat a good team. Yep. That's a really good team that you played.
Hell yeah. They had not
fan
trailed
bases
since
aside.
week 6. They had not trailed in a single game since week 6.
Dude.
Technically, I guess they haven't trailed now because they were field goal went through with 0-0-0.
Enough. Man, there are levels to this. So excited about the win. So excited about the defense. So excited about so many pieces on offense that showed up and showed out. But, dude, they were up 21-0. And at that point, Isaiah and I, we were like, well, you're passing the sticks. It's skunk rule, right?
Yep.
Plug that console right on back in. I mean, how easy – Josh made a great point. In the McCarthy era versus the Schottenheimer era, how easy would it have been for the Cowboys 4-5-1, down 21-0,
just to mail it in
to the defending champs, to start making business decisions out there and saying, you know what, let me focus on 2026. I don't want to make this tackle. I don't want to end up on IR. I'm in free agency next year, blah, blah, blah. Man, those boys went out there on all 3 phases and said, no, sir, not today, Satan.
I don't know if I've ever seen at least during our time of being outside the locker room for postgame, I don't know if I've ever seen a happier Cowboys team collectively. The coaching staff that was up in the booth came down yelling as they were walking and just getting ready to celebrate there. You had all sorts of guys. You had Jerry Jones fist pumping with his group as he walked into the locker room. I mean, they were really, really excited. It was a fun win across the board. When we come back, offense, of course, they had some ups and downs. Everybody had ups and downs.
Dak took a
football
record.
Game. But Dak Prescott is now the all-time leading passer for this Dallas Cowboys team. We're going to talk about his performance. George Pickens, my God, dude, this is nuts.
Can I say
this is getting crazy.
After the break.
Okay.
When we come back after the break.
Every day begins with a promise to work hard and to build a future. That's why we're here, providing the tools, expertise, and John Deere equipment you have relied on for generations to help you get the job done right. We're with you. That's our promise to you, because no matter the project or the challenge you're facing,
we're with you. We're united.
If you're looking for fresh American roasted coffee that gives back, you need to head to your local grocery store and pick up a bag of Black Rifle coffee. That's right, America's coffee is now available in the coffee aisle of a grocery store near you. Black Rifle Coffee Company is veteran-founded with a mission to give back to those brave men and women who have served our nation. Every bag, box, or can you purchase helps support that mission. Head to your local grocery store and roast yourself some Black Rifle coffee today.
I'm home. Hey, Mom, before you ask, I've done my homework and the dishwasher's unloaded.
Nice. Hey, can you... Hey, hon, yes, I've got the finale ready to play. Here's your wine.
Wow. Isn't it nice not having to ask? We think so. That's why if there's a network interruption, AT&T will proactively credit you for a full day of service, guaranteed. Credit for fiber downtime lasting 20 minutes or more, or for wireless downtime lasting 60 minutes or more caused by a single incident impact 10 or more towers. Restrictions and exclusions apply. See att.com/guarantee for details.
How's it going? You see that Cowboys game?
Oh, I watched. Been seeing some good things.
Totally. They have some talent.
Yup, some great talent.
And they got some fight.
Hoping this is the year.
Me too. Oh, I'm Cody, by the way.
I'm Travis.
Nice to meet you, Travis. Go Cowboys.
Go Cowboys!
Make a new friend based solely on their shirt choice. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America, the official bank of the Dallas Cowboys. Copyright 2025 Bank of America Corporation.
Back to Talkin Cowboys.
Back here on Talkin Cowboys, presented by Black Rifle Coffee Company, the official coffee of the Dallas Cowboys. Back with Patrik Walker, Josh Rodriguez, Isaiah Stanback, Chris Beam in the back. I'm Kyle Youmans. Hope you wore your Black Rifle Coffee gear to a local, or a Cowboys gear to a local Black Rifle Coffee to get 10% off your entire
What if
order.
you wear Black Rifle Coffee gear to
a Cowboys game?
To a Cowboys game.
I don't think they'd give you anything. But it would be fun if it would look good.
10% off of nothing.
You get
love Black Rifle.
0% off, but thanks for being here. Cowboys get the win. It is a victory Monday. What do you
Get you some.
Thank you.
Is that what you wanted?
Freaking A.
This
guy.
Doesn't know the bits. Yeah, definitely not me. All right, Cowboys win 24-21 over the Philadelphia Eagles. It is a victory Monday. Hope you're all having a phenomenal day. But I want to talk about this offense. We talked a little bit about the defense and what they did and how impressive it was, and we'll continue to break that down throughout the week. But the offense did what they needed to do. They made every play they needed to, except for the ones that were on fourth down, apparently, and the goal line, and we'll talk about that.
Man.
And opening drives.
And, that kind of thing, too. They got it done. But George Pickens, Dak Prescott, still special at what they do. Patrick, do you have anything to say about George Pickens?
Mother, may I?
You may.
Go Dogs! Listen here. Everyone in the family is starting to understand what was already known. Okay? George Pickens, in
Pittsburgh
Dak
didn't know.
Prescott's words.
Pittsburgh had no idea.
What did Dak Prescott say after the game? He said he's not from here. He's not from this planet. George Pickens is
a xenomorph?
Yes, if you will. Absolutely. I'm telling you, he's the one that had Sigourney Weaver just in a whole panic. alien mother, may I?
Yeah.
Mother. No, but all jokes aside, George Pickens is an absolute animal. He's a dog inside of a dog inside of a dog. When they needed it most, every single time they dialed up his number, he answered. Mr. Telephone Man. There's nothing wrong with his line. You understand me? So whether you're talking about possession catches, key critical possession catches to move the chains, or you're talking about, I'm just going to heave this up, and George Pickens is down there somewhere.
Yep. 9 of 9, if I'm not mistaken.
That catch in double
that seems pretty good. Oh, my God.
Was
nasty.
Inhuman.
Genuinely, yeah.
Not much I can say about that, but to say that he wasn't done there, because here come the Cowboys on, the eventual game-winning drive, and they're at the 50-yard line, and Butter's warming up on the sideline, and everybody even though Butter missed the earlier one, the 51-yarder, still Butter. So we're feeling pretty good about that. George Pickens was like, I didn't say you could kick from the 50-yard line. I'm going to take this ball up the middle and run him for some more yak and put him in position where it's just a little 40-yard chip shot. George Pickens, along with so many other factors, so many other players who stepped up and made a play. But we're talking about Pickens. And right now, I'm actually disappointed in you, Jerry Jones. I'm disappointed that there was not a contract at George Pickens' locker immediately after the game. I need that deal done yesterday.
I'm sure there was, and then his agent was like, we need
There may have been, and then George and his agent just went and ripped that right in half.
I need this deal done yesterday. Seriously, no. George Pickens, he is everything I knew he was. I love the fact that you're starting to hear Dak Prescott and others say that he's become a leader, and we heard that earlier in the season, how he talks in the huddle and things like that. George Pickens is everything that he needs to be and more, and thank you, Pittsburgh. Thank you.
But I was told
Enjoy
that
that bag
Quinyon
of chips
Mitchell
we gave you for him.
was going to shut him down.
Who?
I was told Quinyon Mitchell was going to shut down George.
Who told you that?
I don't know. Philly fan 451.
Quinyon Mitchell? Please.
Quinyon.
Please. Quit yon, am I right? Seriously, man. Nobody in the league has anything for George Pickens right now.
Or like Quinyon.
Oh, hey.
Right here. Nobody in the league has anything for George Pickens right now. Nobody. Show me a defense that has a defensive back that is capable of stopping George Pickens in the groove he's in right now. Don't waste your time, but try, because it's fun for me to laugh at you.
Now, we kind of have to have the CeeDee Lamb conversation.
Yeah.
I mean, genuinely, guys, what are we feeling as far as their chemistry together? Do we feel like CDC and Ghost when he's going up against the Philadelphia Eagles?
He's just
genuinely, I'm just bringing this up because that's been a lot of the discussion after the game. It's like, what's wrong with CeeDee Lamb going up against the Eagles? He looks like a different player. He doesn't look as confident.
He's just in his head. He's just in his head.
He's in his head?
He's just pressing.
That's what I mean. He's just in his head.
Because he didn't face as many double coverages as you might think.
No.
As
a lot of the
NFL
time,
player,
he was the clear-out guy.
Zay, as a former NFL player, how do you get out of your head once you get in your head like that?
I mean, every person is different, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know what it is for CD. I do believe that I would understand that CD was probably more heightened this game than he probably was in any other game, simply because of what occurred in Week 1. So he was probably thinking about the errors that he had, the drops that he had in Week 1. It was like, okay, you're not going to drop this one, and then you drop it, right? And it's kind of a snowball effect. So I think that he faced that. He did make a big catch.
Oh yeah,
in the
absolutely.
game. He still had good yardage, right? He still had a good game
over Cooper DeJean. Maybe
don't
use him.
He also
CeeDee
drew
Lamb.
the DPI.
So I mean, he did good things. I mean, let's not act like he had a bad game. He just
drops.
He had a bad game until he no longer had a bad game.
He was, but he had 11 attempts. He only had 4 receptions.
Yeah,
that's what people are going to say. They're going to talk about the drops. So those are all things that that are warranted. You can question them. You can wonder what's going on. But at the end of the day, I think he's just a competitor that was pressing too hard instead of just allowing the game to come to him. Those are plays that he makes in his sleep. I don't know if. There could be a number of things that we could sit up here and speculate on, right? I don't know if the pressure is on him because George Pickens is doing so well and he feels like he has to do above and beyond. There could be 1,000 things, but ultimately, hopefully he works his way out of it and he continues to be productive.
He's human ultimately. And,
absolutely.
And to be fair, I think Dak was pushing really early on too. Like
absolutely.
The first half, he was forcing it. Yeah. Absolutely.
And I think
not putting it in a good spot for CD.
Yeah.
I mean, that interception was not a good throw.
Correct. No. If you go watch, you go watch the film
because that's what we do here.
Yeah, that's what we do here. that you could tell, and as a former quarterback, when you're one of your main guys, right, if not your main guy, is struggling, right, and you know that you want to give him opportunities to get out of that, you start forcing the ball to him. And that's exactly what Dak started doing. Dak started forcing the balls to CD.
Trying to get him touches. And it just
Zach
wasn't
Brown
working.
almost had him.
Yeah.
He should have had.
That would have been game over.
I don't know how he didn't hold on to that ball. I'm not even saying that to hate. Like it was that type of a play.
That was game over. That would have been interception. So I mean, yeah, he'll be fine. He'll be fine. I mean, but he just as a competitor, you just have to let it come to you.
It sucks that he has basically a whole year before he can prove it again against the Eagles, or
possibly not.
Possibly not.
I just don't think, to Isaiah's point, I don't think it's a coincidence that the majority of his drops this season have come against the Eagles. He's trying so hard to have a breakout game against the Eagles this season for some reason that it's having the opposite intended effect. But I'm not going to sit here not long removed from a season where a guy put up 1,700 and a bunch of touchdowns and jump on board with some of these other fans that are saying, oh, well, what can we do to move on from – nah, we're not doing that. We're not doing that because one of the reasons remain – now, George Pickens, don't get me wrong, he is cooking. In and of itself, he is absolutely cooking.
He reached 1,000 yards.
But he did 1,000 yards, I think 1,050, give or take, for only the second time in his career. And he is, I think, second in the league in touchdowns.
Fourth.
Fourth in the league in touchdowns. Second in the league in yardage. Behind Jackson Smith. And Jackson. So he's absolutely eating. That being said, we're not going to pretend that one of the reasons, the other reason is he's a dog. One of the other reasons he's eating is because teams still have to account for CeeDee Lamb. So while fans may not be giving CeeDee Lamb the respect because he's, having a sequence of drops, believe me, defensive coordinators are going to continue to give CeeDee Lamb.
He still has 75 yards.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And people
that's a down game for CeeDee.
People are going to be like, he had one of them was 50 yards. So the heck what? Like,
that's what he does.
Like 75 yards is
that 48-yarder was a huge catch too. Yes. We're talking about the one where Pickens went up in double coverage. The one where Lamb had an and one. He gets PI'd on the sideline. He still goes up to grab it. That's still what it's all about.
And obviously I'm almost.
Wow.
I am very detailed.
Okay.
That's not the word I was going to use.
Well, now I want to know.
Those are both underthrows.
Now I want to know.
Both of those plays are underthrows. Those are, in my eyes, there are multiple touchdowns that were left on the field because the ball was underthrown. So I mentioned this during the game when I was sitting next to BCU during the game. I'm a little concerned about Dak's throwing power right now. It's something that is not alarming to, I imagine, the outside viewers, but it's something to pay attention to. This is the first time that I've seen where Dak is struggling to get the ball down the field on the money. Like go back and watch the film this year. It's been a lot of underthrows, a lot of underthrows, and I'm concerned as to what is contributing to that. I go all the way back to training camp and say, okay, I know his hamstring's healthy, but is it hip, right? He had a little hip thing going on this week, but like these balls are 4 or 5 yards underthrown where these guys are having to stop, turn around. George Pickens' play should have been a walk-in touchdown, but he had to stop and make a move, acrobatic catch. CeeDee Lamb had to stop, turn around, jump around. So just think about what could have been. I'm glad you'll take the catch, right? I'd rather take a catch than the overthrow all day long, right? So of course that's the other side of the coin, right? I could try to throw it on the money and I could overthrow it, or I could just throw it up there and hope that he comes down with it, give him a chance. So that's occurring, right? You're getting a completion, so you take that win. But something to continue to keep your eye on, that these balls are not getting as far as they once did.
As long as you have the receivers that are able to make the plays on the ball.
For sure.
Like that's where I'm at. And that's what he currently has. And you can't just knock it. You know what I mean? Even if the ball's not getting exactly where it needs to be.
For sure.
You have the talent enough to get you there.
The CD catch was 48 yards downfield. The George Pickens play was 43 yards downfield. So it's still, I agree with you. There's still maybe a 10-yard element there where you can hit him on the run and hit him in stride. However, you're still seeing Dak Prescott throw it 50 yards downfield and having a contact.
Very particular. I'm being
real detailed.
I'm being very.
You're circumcising the mosquito.
Yeah. So I'm not taking anything away from Dak. I'm just saying that's
a Jerry Jones.
There's some. As you start getting, that's why I didn't jump on these games, right? Like you start playing. We still in the gauntlet now. Yeah, you're still in the gauntlet. You play one Super Bowl team, you're about to play another Super Bowl team, right?
In a short week, too.
In a very short week. So I'm saying, like, sometimes you would like to see some of these plays be touchdown plays instead of having to go out and snap the ball again, from 5-10 yards out.
I get it.
Also true. And Isaiah makes excellent points in it. Like, for example, the interception in the end zone was because he threw off of his back foot. Didn't have to throw off his back foot, so he couldn't drive the ball. If he plants and drives, then that ball is on a rope and it's there probably before, or at least it's probably not a layup. It ended up being a layup interception.
That's a bad play.
But in the end, is the Eagles defense one of the best in the league?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, 354 yards, 2 passing touchdowns, 103.2 passer rating with a rushing touchdown. Go for it.
I like those words.
All right, and then like Kyle said, going into the break, Dak Prescott is now your new Cowboys franchise all-time leading passer. He passed Tony Romo and
in a comeback win.
In a comeback win for his 25th career game-winning drive.
Ooh.
Okay, and now he sits at 34,378 passing yards for his career, and he's just 32, so he has more games this season to rack up more years in his career to rack up more. Of course, what matters more is getting that elusive Super Bowl, but man, we're not going to sit here and pretend that Dak Prescott is not and has not been for a little while now one of the best quarterbacks in the history of this franchise, and he just continues to etch his name into that history book. So congratulations for him, and so glad that came on a night where there was not an embarrassing loss attached to it.
Yeah.
No.
19th career game for Dak with 350 passing yards. 19th out of those. And it is very good. You want to know how good?
How good?
You want to know how good?
I do.
Tied for the third most in the NFL since entering the league in 2016. You want to know the 3 that he's tied with?
I do.
One of them is Jared Goff, so a good quarterback.
Okay, solid.
The other one is Patrick Mahomes.
Okay.
And the other one is Tom Brady.
Thank God we don't have to play one of those guys this week.
Two legends in the Super Bowl.
And the guy you got to play this week.
Wait, what?
yeah, one of the guys that
at least we have
play
a full week to prepare, right?
Nope, we got 4 days.
3.
But before we get there, back to the good stuff. You mentioned 19. Correct me if I'm wrong, that win against the Eagles was Dak's 19th straight? Was it his 19th straight division win at home?
Something like that. He's now 22-2.
Okay, I think it's his 19th.
It might be 19 straight.
Yeah, okay. Just wanted to make sure that so he does absolutely own the rest of the NFC East when they come to AT&T Stadium.
Yep.
Well, he owns the Giants, period.
Yeah.
No matter where they're
Fair.
Fair. Saturn, the surface of Saturn, doesn't matter. But yeah, it's just great. And Dak Prescott, he obviously showed the resiliency as well from the interception and some of the throws early, the decisions that he lucked out. Zach Bond drops the interception that might have been ball game, but kept going, kept pushing, and helped lift this Cowboys team to just one of the most, I don't want to be a victim of recency bias, but probably top 3 for me as far as experience.
It's a great
experience.
win.
Yeah,
great team win.
It was a team win. It took all 3 phases.
Yes, it did.
Everybody on the field, every single person on that team needed to get it done, and maybe even a little divine intervention too from 94 too. So
we do it.
Now I will say, I think one of my favorite stats about this whole thing. I'm
KY stat of the day?
Yeah, sure. Why
Let's
not?
go.
Let's slide it in.
Let's go.
Here's the thing about the jerseys that were on display. The Kelly Greens, right?
Oh, yeah.
Awesome jersey.
Great color.
As much as I
love a throwback.
Like Philadelphia, I love those throwbacks. They're great.
I don't.
Philadelphia was 5-0 in the Kelly Greens.
Why are you speaking in past
since they brought back?
What do they
There's
know?
a reason why. Because the Dallas Cowboys are the first team to defeat the Philadelphia Eagles in wearing their Kelly Green throwback uniforms.
Maybe don't name your color after a woman. You know what I mean?
Smelly greens.
They are smelly greens.
You know what I
Go Cowboys!
You know what I
they
wonder?
get it done.
It'd
What's
be
that?
fun. I wonder if on the flight home with their L, if I'm picturing this, so I'm laughing. If Jalen Hurts is just like ice staring AJ Brown like you got your 100 yards, I hope you're happy.
Yeah.
I hope you're happy.
I hope Brandon Graham is wearing his Dallas Cowboys hat on the flight.
Text him.
And I hope Nick Sirianni stubbed his toe.
Do it.
I thought about it.
Do it.
I'm not going to do it.
All right, when we come back, we've got some smelly stickers to give away. Our players of the game. This one's going to be nice and sweet. More Talking Cowboys right after this. If you're looking for fresh American roasted coffee that gives back, you need to head to your local grocery store and pick up a bag of Black Rifle coffee. That's right, America's coffee is now available in the coffee aisle of a grocery store near you. Black Rifle Coffee Company is veteran-founded with a mission to give back to those brave men and women who have served our nation. Every bag, box, or can you purchase helps support that mission. Head to your local grocery store and roast yourself some Black Rifle coffee today.
If you shout, "How about them Cowboys?" you have that undeniable passion that's the heart of Cowboys Nation. And if you like to drink Dr. Pepper, you love the unique blend of its 23 flavors. Together, your one-of-a-kind fandom paired with the one-of-a-kind taste of a delicious ice-cold Dr. Pepper is the game day lineup that can't be beat. Better yet, gather your Cowboys and Dr. Pepper fan friends to watch the next game and crack open a delicious ice-cold Dr. Pepper for everyone. The wins will be even tastier. It's a pepper thing.
It's the official men's skincare brand of the Dallas Cowboys, Jack Black. And right now, Cowboys fans can get 15% off their $75 order. Plus, because every deal needs a playmaker, your order will include a free 5-piece skincare set and free shipping. The Jack Black Playmaker is 4 of Jack's favorites and a full-sized intense therapy lip balm. Make a play for the playmaker at getjackblack.com/Cowboys with the code CowboysVIP. That's getjackblack.com/Cowboys with the code CowboysVIP.
I'm home. Hey, Mom, before you ask, I've done my homework and the dishwasher's unloaded.
Nice. Hey, can you... Hey, hon, yes, I've got the finale ready to play. Here's your wine.
Wow. Isn't it nice not having to ask? We think so. That's why if there's a network interruption, AT&T will proactively credit you for a full day of service, guaranteed. Credit for fiber downtime lasting 20 minutes or more, or for wireless downtime lasting 60 minutes or more caused by a single incident impacting 10 or more towers. Restrictions and exclusions apply. See att.com/guarantee for details.
Back to Talkin Cowboys.
Back here on Talking Cowboys, presented by Black Rifle Coffee Company. This segment is brought to you by Invisalign, the official smile of the Dallas Cowboys. Couple extra smiles today as the Cowboys get it done. 24-21, the final score over Philadelphia. And, of course, as always, on a Victory Monday, we give out our smelly stickers. We give out our they're scratch and sniff stickers for the most part that we put on this Cowboys helmet throughout the year, and we give out our players of the game. It's our version of helmet stickers, and we've done this back since 2020. We've got a couple of new variety of stickers to showcase. We're going to let Patrik get us started.
Yeah, really quickly, since some of the family is asking for it, they said hold up the sign, no see.
Oh, that's good.
Because we're having our fun, and we're going to have it.
Can I say something on that real quick?
Yeah.
This sign is still accurate to this point, but we've already outlined the incredible run that it would take to get to the playoffs in the first place. If you make it in, you're going to be red hot. Yeah. Let's just put that out there.
Yeah.
So if you get in, there's a shot. There's absolutely a chance because you're going to be on an absolute heater ending the season
in order to get
and beating some of the best teams in the NFL to get there in the first place is a part of that run. So that sign's accurate right now because do I think that's going to happen? Absolutely not. However, if you make it in, there's a really good shot that you are going to be one of the hottest teams in the league.
This defense is not the same defense it was 3 weeks ago.
Not at all. And it looks completely.
But that was against the Raiders. Oh, wait.
3 weeks ago. 4 weeks ago.
Oh, wait. It wasn't just against the Raiders now, was it?
No, it was not.
We'll see what they do this week.
All right.
So this offense is better coming up.
Jump off with the smelly stickers. I'm going with bananas.
Bananas?
I'm going with bananas.
Okay.
Potassium. Okay. Love it.
Love it. I'm going to give this to none other than undrafted free agent signing out of Cuse. I'm going to give this to Elijah Clark. Now,
hustle play.
Why? Because that play was freaking bananas. It was. Elijah Clark got
Bananas Foster, if you will.
Bananas.
Yeah.
BANANAS. He got knocked down not once, but twice, and then got blocked in the back and still got up, kept motoring, and absolutely sent the returner through the gates of hell. Forced fumble, Cowboys recover. One of the game-changing plays, and I love that for that young man. So, Elijah Clark, you're bananas, my friend.
Well done, Elijah.
Excellent. One thing I got to say, before I sign off for Talking Cowboys this week, there were a lot of comments coming through as soon as the clock hit zeros. Sounds from the sideline. So many people like, where is it, man?
Like
there was some trolling.
Yeah, no, it's all in good fun. Yeah. I laughed a lot. Yeah. But to be fair, I don't want to make it sound like I'm taking credit for Sounds from the Sideline. Yeah. That is Alex Lilly. He edits it. He is the brains. He's the beast. He's the man behind Sounds from the Sideline. I just publish it. It's not me. But wait. Give us a little bit. It's a short week, so just give us a break. Anyways, my Spelly Sticker today is going to be, if I can get it off the thing, it's going to be a donut. You want to know why that is? Because the Dallas Cowboys held the Philadelphia Eagles to 0, and I mean 0, a donut in the second half. Impressive work by your Dallas Cowboys defense, and I'll go ahead and give it to Matt Eberflus this week.
Nice.
Defensive coordinator.
Okay.
He did some things.
I like it. Very nicely done.
If I can get it off. You go ahead, Isaiah.
Let me pass it off to Kyle.
Oh, you let me
do
it a little bit?
What's taking you so long, Isaiah?
You stole mine. Lint liquor.
It's not stealing if I claimed it first, sir.
Had it first in my head.
You know,
those mouths don't get fed.
Got you, sir. So, I got a question for you guys.
What's the question, sir?
What is like the official Philadelphia food? Right?
Cheesesteak?
They like a cheesesteak.
They like Cheese Whiz, not real cheese?
Exactly. They like cheesesteaks. And I love me a good solid cheesecake or a cheesesteak. I think they're good.
I like cheesecake and cheese.
I like cheesecake too. Yeah, absolutely.
I can do it out.
However, you know what they don't have in Philadelphia?
What's that?
They don't have any good tacos. Their tacos in Philly are because they're Philly. And because you're gross. However, Dallas has some pretty solid tacos, a little Tex-Mex. I got a 3-pack of tacos right here. They are like chuck full with the red bell peppers, the green bell peppers, the beef. They got all sorts of stuff inside the tacos. But there's 3 of them there. So I'm going to give a little 3-pack tacos to our top 3 wide receivers because they all needed to make plays in this game to get it done. George Pickens, a $140 again and a touchdown. Yeah, CeeDee Lamb, it wasn't his best game, but he made a big play on the 48-yarder down the right sideline. Still had 75 yards on 4 receptions. And then Kevontae Turpin, he had the big fumble, but what did he do, Isaiah? He got back up and he made the plays necessary to get the job done. So this is going to go to the wide receiving core. 3-pack of tacos right there, and it's going to be nice and savory that week.
Talk about it. Savory, you say? Talk about it.
You ever had a lamb taco?
I don't think so.
Is that a thing?
Goat? I don't know.
Yeah, that's probably a thing.
It might be. It might be.
I'm having the same problem.
Isaiah, are you ready?
I am ready.
All righty. All righty then.
Okay. We talked about a lot of different players.
Yeah.
A lot of different people contributed to this victory. And ultimately, it required everybody's input. We needed everybody to make plays. Elijah Clark, Quentin Williams, Osa Digizua. I can go down the list. Everybody made a play, right? Brandon Aubrey missed one, came back, he get hit one. A lot of guys had up and down games, but everybody made contributions towards the victory. Sounds like a culture thing. Sounds like a culture thing. So, you know who's responsible for the culture of the Dallas Cowboys?
Who might that be?
One Brian Schottenheimer. You know what he did to the Philadelphia Eagles yesterday?
What did he do?
He left a sour taste in their mouth.
Hey!
You know what I'm saying? A little lime here. He left a sour taste in their mouth. So shout out to Coach Shotty. How about that? Coach Shotty, get a shotty for me. You did one heck of a job building this team, man, and making sure that everybody stayed locked in. They could have easily quit, and everybody did their job. Nobody looked down. Nobody felt sorry for themselves. They all picked each other up. They all contributed to this victory, and Philly left out little sour.
So what you're saying is
sour shot.
What you're saying is he made Philly pucker up.
Yeah, they did that.
Pucker up, Philly.
Look at it right in front.
It's much needed.
What did I do?
It's good stuff.
Crown there.
Yeah. Looks good right there.
Yeah.
Crown of the helmet.
Crown.
All right, that does it for us here on Talking Cowboys. Hope you had some fun with us today. Hey, good news. We're back tomorrow.
Oh, we are?
And we are going to take some calls. We're going to take the phone calls because we weren't able to do that last week. So we're going to take some phone calls. Plus, we're going to start kind of turning the page a little bit.
Start thawing out your turkey.
To Thursday. Yeah, start throwing it.
Yeah, so is Wednesday the full preview, or are we doing some preview tomorrow?
We're gonna do some preview tomorrow. We'll talk about it in the group text. Some preview tomorrow, and then full preview Wednesday. We'll have probably QB Vision and Science Lab Wednesdays.
We can do that.
It's kind of my thought.
We can do that.
And then we'll do some pick'ems, so it's all over the place.
I'll do a get your.
I say
I'll do
just,
one.
Oh yeah,
I'll do one.
Let's talk about it. We're gonna game plan. We've got 2 loaded shows Tuesday and Wednesday. You don't want to miss it going into Thursday and a matchup on Thanksgiving with the Kansas City Chiefs. The Cowboys take down the Eagles 24-21. For Patrik "No C" Walker, Josh Rodriguez, Isaiah Stanback, Chris Beam in the back, I'm Kyle Youmans saying so long. Go Cowboys. Way to get it done, guys.
Cry, Eagles, cry.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys? Yeah!